What up, guys? Welcome to episode 47 of Fresh Off the Mats. Here with the Jiu-Jitsu Joes.
I just noticed you had a Pikachu shirt on.
What's wrong with Pikachu?
Nothing's wrong with Pikachu. Who was your starter Pokemon?
Charmander. I was typical like everybody.
Yeah,
Everybody either picked Pikachu or Charmander.
Goddamn nerd.
Even Bulbasaur got some love. No. Squirtle. Bulbasaur got no love. Nobody picked the fucking green Pokemon.
My buddy's a big Bulbasaur.
Stop it. Nobody picks the green Pokemon.
You got like the Bulbasaur.
Everyone picks
What?
Pikachu,
Hold up.
Charmander, or Squirtle. Nobody picks
Did you
Bulbasaur.
play Ruby and Sapphire?
I don't remember. It
The
was
one
so
with
long
Trico,
ago. I
and
think so,
Torchic,
I
and
don't
Mudkip? No?
No.
You're gay. No one likes you.
I only played the first ones, like the first two Game Boy games.
No.
The other ones I didn't play. Do you remember Pokemon Snap for the N64? That was the photography one.
Yes. I didn't own it, but my mom dropped us off at like
It was such a stupid game, but I loved playing it because I like seeing the Pokemon. But like
cool.
all you do is take photos of Pokemon. That was the game. The
It was
game
fun.
was to
I
take
enjoyed
photos.
it. I liked it.
Yeah.
You just run
Do you
around.
know there was a contest for that game? Whoever took the best photo and submitted it to them for the best photo of a Pokemon got a card designed with their captured photo.
That's huge.
Yeah, those are some of the rarest cards too.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Like designed.
Sorry,
as
we're
the
drinking so much. We just got done training.
Like designed as the photo,
Yeah, so if you took a photo of like the Snorlax or
and they'll take that
they
photo
take
and
that
make it
photo
into a
and they
card.
put it on a card.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
sick.
and where they would put the artist on the bottom, you would get your name instead of the artist because you took the photo.
No, that's awesome. So
Yeah.
like you even get the credit and everything.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was such a good idea. Super good idea.
It was a
What were we talking about that we were gonna bring up on the show when we stopped? Oh,
Meth.
makeup, bro. There's this video online of like this meth-headed chick, and like she's got no teeth, super ugly, gaunt looking, and she makes a TikTok video where like in a minute she shows you how she puts her makeup on and fake teeth, and then she looks stunning at the end, like drop dead gorgeous. And we were all like, imagine waking up the next morning and it's like, what the fuck? Huh?
I said if you like Kim Kardashian,
She didn't look like Kim Kardashian. She looked way hotter at the end than Kim Kardashian.
she looks like a Kim Kardashian, like with all the makeup and
Oh,
the fillers and
stop.
stuff.
She looked very good looking towards the end of it. But like, it's just amazing because like, do men have anything that compares to that? Like, what's the makeup for men? Like, men don't really have like, but what is something that we do? Like muscle tees? Is that like kind of like our makeup? Like dudes who like wear like super tight
I want to say
shirts?
cologne would be our
Cologne?
closest thing.
Yeah, I guess cologne's like what we would.
Like that's our closest because like
Like, what do we
like
use to
smell,
make?
like smell in general because like
Yeah.
there's beard oils for smell, there's cologne for smell.
Beards. Beards are the makeup for men.
Yeah, that's true.
Have you ever seen some dudes with like they look
And then
so
they shave,
manly and then they
they ain't got a chin. Bro,
beards are the makeup for men.
I'll look like a child if I
Bro.
shave, but at least I got
You still got
I got a
structure.
jawline
Yeah.
and a chin and shit.
Bro, there are guys that have these bushy beards and the
Motherfuckers
second they
just suck
shave,
in.
they got no chin. It's like, hi. They look like fucking. I was gonna say Pee Wee Herman, but
Oh,
R.I.P.
shit.
just passed away the other day.
What?
Yeah, Pee Wee Herman died
How?
the other
Is
day.
he old?
I think it was cancer.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I was like, damn. Oh fuck, man, that sucks.
Most notably known for jerking off in a movie theater.
That's not why I knew him.
Pee Wee Herman got in trouble back in the day for jerking off in an adult movie theater. You didn't know that?
No.
The more you know.
That's not at all why I knew him.
How did you know him?
Didn't he do a movie? Like,
Yeah,
oh,
he's done a
goofball
bunch of
movie?
movies.
That's what I knew him for.
Yeah, he died. But if he grew a
Wait,
beard, he would look like a scary motherfucker. But the second you clean shaven, you got no chin.
Like an adult theater?
Yes, like a porn theater. Like
I
they were
don't
playing
understand
porn
those.
music. I don't get that either, dude.
That's
I don't
weird.
want to sit in a theater and sit in a chair where the previous guy sitting in that chair was touching his dick.
Wait, so you're not supposed to beat off in those?
I don't think so. I think you're supposed to literally just go watch and get hard, which is also weird because then you're sitting in a room full of hard dudes. It's just like
The whole
I don't
idea
know.
is weird.
the whole idea is weird. And especially with the internet, why are these even around? Like,
You said that was years ago. Like, was this like recent?
no,
years or, like...
This was a long time ago, but I still think adult theaters are a thing.
No way.
I think they are. I think you could possibly still go to an adult theater today.
Oh my god, that's okay.
Weird, right?
That's not.
I don't know.
That's not okay.
Jerking off in a theater is such an aggressive move. Like,
Dominance.
It's just so aggressive, dude.
Dominance.
Like, I'm gonna pull my dick out and touch myself to the movie.
Think he had a trench coat?
I'd hope so. I hope he's not just cock in the air. Like, I don't know, Pee Wee. You're listening to the podcast from above right now, so. You think when you die and you, like, let's say there is a heaven and you become an angel, do you think when people talk about you, like, you get a front row seat to it? Like, the way we're talking about Pee Wee Herman right now?
On the phone.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, like when people bring up Pee Wee Herman, do you think he gets to, like, visually see who's talking about him? How do you think that works?
I don't. We die, Joe.
You don't think there's something afterwards?
We die.
I don't know, man. I think there's something afterwards. You think we just go into darkness?
We die.
Okay, this is not a conversation just to say we die, we die.
That's it.
What do you think? You think it's just black?
You die. You're done. That's it.
I understand, but you think it's just, what do you think it is? It's just lights out? Like, it's like, oh, okay.
You did.
All right, you could be right. I'm not saying it's not.
That's literally all I think. Lights out. Done. That's it. You're gone.
I don't think that. I think there's something afterwards.
I mean, my theory on it, not theory, my thoughts on it is humans need that reassurance because we think too much ahead. So as humans, we have this thought process that we want to look forward to something. I think
also, I heard this once and I was like, man, I kind of hope and I think this is true. I think you live infinite loops. Like, I think the second, well, let's say I die at 75, the second it's lights out, a new timeline starts where I get born again.
That's called reincarnation.
No. Not born again across the timeline linearly. Like, I go through my life. I go through my life. I die here at 75. I start a new timeline again from a baby, from when I was born in 91. I think it's just infinite loops over and over. That's why I think you get deja vu, because you're like, what the fuck was that?
Pretty cool.
But it's just you from a previous timeline. I think there's Joe here, there's Joe here, Joe here, Joe here, Joe here. The second this Joe dies, you start here and you go through your life all over again. You start here. And I think that's what deja vu is you thinking back to previous times you did things.
Isn't that the idea of reincarnation?
No, reincarnation is you die and you come back. If I die in 2021, what are we in? What year are we in? 2023? I think when you die in 2023, reincarnation is you're born again as like an ant in 2023. What I'm saying is you're going across this timeline, you die in 2023, and then I'm reborn again back in 1991. Yeah.
You always just restart?
Yeah. I think that your cycle just starts all over again, whatever timeline you were born. If you were born in 1776.
Well, man, I hope the next me fucking figures that shit out as a child.
No, I don't think you figure it out. I think you make I don't think you can make any alterations. I think you just go. Yep, I really think so. Yeah, I think that's how it works. I'm gonna buy the same magic cards. I'm gonna do the same jiu-jitsu moves. I'm gonna break my wrist when I'm 13.
As fuck.
Was it boring? You don't remember the previous one, so everything's new. Coming's gonna feel so great again.
Boring.
That first time you nut in a chick and you're like, oh. Pee Wee Herman gets that first orgasm in the theater, gets caught. Yeah, I think you just go through it all over again. You don't remember any of it. I think deja vu is like a glitch in the system where you remember like the previous ones.
I'm gonna go with lights out.
Yeah, dude. I think lights out's a really good possibility too. I think there's a strong case for that.
I think it's just lights out.
Yeah.
And then all the people that say otherwise, I think when they're like, oh, he came back and I saw Jesus, I'm like, go ask a guy who died off of fentanyl. They're going to say the same shit to you.
Yeah.
And I think it's just your brain doesn't understand. So it's because so some scientists have come out, they've talked about it, where it's like your brain doesn't understand death, and that's why your life flashes before your eyes before you die. It's because
it's the flood of all the
your brain is trying to your brain is trying to figure out what's happening. So we're designed to live, right? Yeah. We're designed to survive. So that's why in a dangerous situation, you'll learn. Like in jiu-jitsu, right? You learn not to stick your arm out over a constant period of time because if you do, then someone's going to break your arm.
Yeah.
When you're dying, you've never experienced death.
Yeah.
So your mind is literally trying to go from beginning to end to figure out
what's going on,
what's happening, and how to stop it. So your life flashes before your eyes because your brain is trying to stop it, and just because it can't. There's no way to stop death.
Well, I think
It's
in the process of remembering your whole life, it's also that because it has to go through this process, it's a flood of chemicals into your brain all at once.
Well, yeah.
That's what they say. What's that chemical that's in your brain?
A lot.
No. But it's in drugs. Fuck.
A lot.
I can't. No, dude. There's a drug. Is it LSD or mushrooms? There's a drug. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm not remembering this. Can you Google it on your phone real quick,
bro? Which chemicals in your brain?
When you're dying, chemical that floods your brain when you're dying. Just type that in. Once you say it, I'm gonna.
That's a better way to do it.
Chemical that floods your brain when you're dying.
Floods your brain.
In death.
DMT.
DMT is a chemical that's in it's a drug that you could take it and like they say like you get like
that's what like
Joe Rogan, all those guys, and they experience all this crazy shit.
Yeah, that's where they.
So you could take DMT chemically, but we make it in our brains. We make it inside our brain.
We take almost every chemical.
I understand, but they say when you die, your body sends a flood of DMT through your system that gives you like that crazy feeling, and I think that's why you see your life flash before your eyes. It's insane.
Well, that's probably why those certain situations, like if you're going to die, like a car crashes, time slows down. Your mind is slowing things down, so it could be like.
So it could process it.
Yeah. Well, no, that is what's also happening. That's where adrenaline kicks in and all these different chemicals.
God,
you are promising what?
I don't want to die in a car crash.
Bro, like all those shitty ways that, dude.
Oh, there's so many like terrible ways to die. Like I really
hope. You ever watch that show, 1,000 Ways to Die?
Yeah, that show is awesome, dude. The way people would die, like in the
I'll never forget the first one I saw. It was this couple. They were doing it on top of like they were in an alleyway, and like the girl was on a box or something. The guy was standing in a puddle, and lightning hit somewhere else, went up, shocked him. And it shocked her, and they
Through
died.
His dick?
Yeah, because they're connected. And so it shocked him, went up, shocked her, and they both died. It was like it was like the craziest way of being able to die.
Now that's some electric sex.
Yeah. I think they probably said something along the lines.
Oh, they always had
it was like some cheesy
like that,
ass way to end it. But that show was interesting because I would just see all these different bro,
you know which one freaked me out?
Outlandish shit to die, huh?
There was a girl shaving her legs for a date, and she was shaving her
she
legs.
nicked an artery?
No, she cut herself, but the blade was rusty. It got infected, and that's how she died.
That's shitty, dude. That sucks.
Dude, anytime, I'm shaving, my junk and stuff, I always take rubbing alcohol afterwards, and I just put it in my hand, and I rub down the area, just in case I have a cut.
Oh, my God.
What? Is that crazy?
Oh, man. Bro, what?
If I shave my pubes and stuff.
And you take rubbing alcohol?
I take rubbing alcohol in my hand, and I just kind of do a once over the area just to make sure it's clean.
Take a shower.
Yeah, I shave my junk in the shower, but I also do the rubbing alcohol afterwards just to make sure.
You just need pain, huh? That's what you want.
Bro, if I'm buzzing down my chest, and you know how sometimes the buzzer, when it gets older, it nicks your chest, I take rubbing alcohol and I put it right on the cut.
That show scared the fuck out of you, huh?
Dude, to this day, I'm terrified of bacterial infections in cuts.
That show fucked you up.
Dude, anytime I get a hangnail that rips, I dip it in rubbing alcohol right away, clean it up. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Right away, dude. I'm terrified of that shit.
Yeah, but you got staph and all that, and that fucked you up too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got close to being fucked up by
when I was just some pretense, when I was first starting jiu-jitsu, this was 11 years ago. After 2 or 3 months of training, I had gotten staph on my arm, and there's a light scar. I have hair, so it's hard to see, but I had gotten staph on my arm because I guess they didn't clean the mats that well. And I'm at dinner with my mom, and she's like, "What is that on your arm?" I'm like, "Oh, it just looks like a group of pimples. I think I'm just breaking out." She's like, "No, that's staph infection. We gotta go to the hospital." And we went. They put me on heavy.
I think she knew.
Yeah. She was a nurse, so
okay.
yeah. So they put me on heavy antibiotics for like 2 months, and like, dude, going up a flight of stairs, I would get exhausted. Like heavy antibiotics for
Listen, like, what it can kill you though, right? Like
yeah,
staph
oh yeah.
can't
The
kill
doctor
you.
told me, he's like, if your mom didn't bring you in and you let this get bad, like they could amputate your arm.
Oh,
like you
shit.
could lose your arm.
Because like
you could
I've
die
only,
from it.
I don't think I've ever actually met someone who had staph outside. Like you were the first
Yeah.
person.
Well,
I've
everybody
ever met.
has on their body. Like you have staph bacteria on your body. What introduces it into your body is someone cuts you, and then the staph goes into the cut, and you don't clean it fast enough. Like if it gets into the cut, but you rub it down with rubbing alcohol, you won't get it
How
infected.
fast? It's because like little
It
things
has
like
to
this.
fester. It has to fester in the cut.
So you were disgusting.
Yeah, I went to practice. I must have had a nick on my arm or something like
that's
that.
what I mean.
and-
Like so, like for me, right? Example: I got cut by someone's nail here, but we were still training. Like,
Yeah.
how do I not get staph?
Well, you didn't go across 5-hour span, 6-hour span of not taking a shower afterwards. So after you got that cut, you probably
I go home,
wiped
yeah.
it down after practice. You probably
Yeah, I
cleaned
washed
it
my-
up.
I
You
washed
washed
my
your
hands.
hands. Yeah. This is if like you get a cut, it gets in there, and you go the next 4 or 5 hours without cleaning yourself or something like that. That's why I tell the guys, as soon as you're done with practice, go home and shower.
So even like a basic wipe down though, because now I'm thinking of
a
like
wipe down will help, yeah, but
because like
you
I'm
gotta
thinking like
shower.
even when I'm in so I'm thinking like in the Marine Corps when we doing a field out, we're not showering.
For how long?
I mean, my longest field out was 21 days, but we did a halfway
You didn't
stop.
shower at all in 21
You
days?
get baby wipes, dude. You do field
Yeah,
showers.
wipes. That's what I'm saying.
So that's
If you
what I mean.
sit
So
in
it's
shit,
just like
yeah.
something a little bit just to do it.
Yeah,
like by the
dude.
end of the day, every night, like it's go wipe down, wipe your
Yeah,
feet down.
and you know if you have a cut here, hey, I gotta
Yeah,
put a little more on it than just like wipe.
So
it
it's
down.
nothing like it's good. You gotta be nasty.
You gotta literally let it sit
Okay.
for
Yeah,
a while.
no.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude. That's why I tell everybody, if you're in jujitsu, not even just jujitsu, because at the
No,
CrossFit
even
gym,
go to a gym.
a friend of mine, she got staph at the CrossFit gym because they didn't wipe down the bars. So she was doing back squats, and the bar would sit across the back,
it scrapes the
and
neck
it
all that.
scraped the
Yeah.
back of her neck, and she had gotten staph infection in that way, or
Yeah.
MRSA. What's the other one? Staph or
MRSA.
MRSA?
The MRSA,
Yeah. I think it was staph she had gotten. But anyways, like, you cannot just let that shit fester. You gotta clean your shit. That's why, like, dude, doesn't matter where you are. Like, if you see me, I've noticed this, like, at the gym around the clock. Dude, as soon as I'm done with something, I wipe it down with wipes.
That's how
like
Mac is. So
yeah.
I'm not that.
But there are some people that I see them use the assault bike and they get off and just walk away. They don't even wipe down the bike.
I'll wipe down all my stuff. Mac is like, even if someone just wiped it down, she'll go back and wipe it down again before she gets back on it.
Well, you don't know if the previous person wiped it down.
No, I'm saying like she'll see them, but
Oh,
then
yeah.
she's just like, no, I'm gonna wipe it down too. So she's like very.
I kind of
hardcore.
get it as somebody who's had staph.
And so
like,
that's
it's
where
a-
I understand it. She's
yeah.
very clean, which is awesome. And I'm like, oh, fuck it.
Like,
even,
as soon
even
as
if
I'm
they didn't
done
wipe it down, I'm
benching,
just like, whatever.
I wipe it
Unless I
down.
can see it's like mad sweaty, then I'll wash it.
Yeah.
And then I get upset because I'm like, hey, fucking asshole, if you know you're that sweaty, fucking clean it.
Well, when
But
me and Brian are
outside of
benching,
that, I
I
don't
sweat way more than Brian.
Really?
So, yeah. So after my set, I always take because I usually wear long sleeves, and I just like give it a quick wipe real quick.
No, I don't care. I wipe my equipment down whenever I'm done using it though. That one I always do.
Yeah.
That's just like normal
It's
gym
just
etiquette.
courtesy.
And it's funny because I remember when I first started training over at this country club, and it was like right after COVID, right? Because I just got out of the Marine Corps, so I started a few months after. It was like a year after I got out, so I started training them. And I'm telling them, because I see the first 2 days I trained them that none of them were wiping their stuff down. And I was like, okay. So the first day, like whatever, I gave them an easy workout. They weren't too sweaty, so I was like, maybe that's why they thought it. Second day, I put them through a little bit of a ringer, and they still did it. So third day, they all start trying to do it again. I was like, all right, I saw it enough. I was like, 2 days of this, I'm not doing this. You guys are going to all wipe your stuff down. They were like, what? They were like, does that actually work? What is it, COVID? I was like, no, it's not COVID. I was like, watch.
It's hygiene.
And then I took the band, just the band, and I grabbed the rag, and I went, like the wet rags, and I went, showed it to them, dirty. And I was like, this is why you clean it, because that's disgusting.
Yeah,
and they were like,
dude.
oh, we never thought about that. I was like, yeah, start cleaning it. And now I love it because they know at the end of every class to do it. And if they see someone who doesn't wipe it down, they'll call each other. I'll be like, hey, wipe it down, clean it, because we don't want it nasty. So I'm like, good.
Dude, I was doing kettlebell swings the other day, and this guy's on the assault bike, and you know how it has the fan that blows? This guy is recklessly sneezing without like covering it. He's like, "How's you?" and like it's going into the fan of the assault bike and like just blowing towards me. Cause like, you know, when someone's doing the assault bike, you get the breeze from the fan. And I was like, as I'm doing kettlebell swings, he sneezed the second time. I dropped the kettlebell and I walked away. I was like, what the fuck, man?
Should have said something.
What the I did. I dropped it. I was like, what the fuck? I just walked away.
That's disgusting.
Dude, how are you going to like, you're on a machine that propels air and pushes air outward. Why wouldn't you just sneeze off to the side?
That is one of my favorite machines, though, because of that. It cools you down while you're...
Oh, yeah. But he's sneezing into the fan, then kicking the sneeze everywhere else. It was disgusting, dude.
Should have thrown the kettlebell.
Yeah.
Achoo! Fucking
Yeah.
let it go, hit him in the head.
Bro, nasty bitches.
That's not okay.
Yeah, there's some etiquette. Like,
Oh, bro, that box looks dope. Commander Masters.
that just came out. I just filmed videos today for it.
That looks cool.
Yeah, they did a foil treatment on the box itself. He's looking at a Magic the Gathering box I have. Oh, it's right
I'm
here.
gonna show you guys everything now.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna
Start.
show. I mean, you talked about it. I might as well show them so they're not questioning what it is that we're
Look at
talking
it. It looks
about.
cool.
Yeah, so this set just came out. It's a reprint master series called Commander Masters, and what they did was they did a foil treatment of the Jewel Lotus on the box, so it's like a foil treatment. It looks really
Do you
sick.
send cards to people?
What do you mean?
Like, did someone purchase cards off of you? Do
So
you do,
I
like
use-
random pack sends or anything like
So I have an app on my phone called TCG Player. It's a trading card app that's like well known, and I'll sell like sealed product or singles on there and stuff that I have like so many copies of and I need to get rid
that?
of.
But you don't do like random pack giveaways?
No, I've done giveaway like, hey, like let me know what your favorite card is or whatever, like in the comment
I think you should
section
do,
and
like, a
stuff.
random pack giveaway.
Like random packs.
Or you should make a
I've
deck
done-
and then give it away. I think that'd be dope. If you made a deck, be like, hey guys, like this is a customized built deck off of like, I don't know, all the different things, but like...
Yeah, but you know how many cards are in a deck? 100. So you know how many I would have to build? So many. Doing giveaways is fun. I don't mind doing... I've done like single card giveaways where I'm like, comment your favorite like vampire card and I'll pick a random comment from that and I'll send that person
That's
like
dope,
a
too.
gift.
Yeah,
I
see,
do
that's
stuff
cool.
like that.
That
Yeah.
is cool.
Yeah, but to build a deck, that's a lot of time. Like you got to realize it takes like
Yeah, but that, like,
it takes
if you-
me
if you do,
hours
like-
to build one deck.
You do like, yeah, that's where the whole like the benefit
Bro,
of the
and it's
community comes in.
expensive. Like a deck could be like a $300, $400 thing. I'm just gonna give that away.
Raffle.
Whew.
I
Mario
know.
wants to create a lot. I mean, it's not a bad idea to do once in a while, but I'm not gonna give away multiple decks. That's a lot, dude.
You
That's
do like 4 a year.
4 years is manageable.
Well,
That's
once every
manageable.
quarter.
Yeah, that's
And it's a big
manageable.
raffle. You're able to build it all
It's
up,
not
and
a
then
bad
people do
idea.
it. I'm just saying.
That's not a bad idea. Or do a pre-constructed giveaway.
Yeah,
Like those gold decks up there. That's one deck inside that.
that would
box.
also be
Yeah,
huge too,
yeah.
because if they didn't get the chance to get it, that'd be huge.
Yeah, that's true. I could do stuff like that. It's a good idea. It is.
So if you guys want to get into Magic, you should definitely reach out to Joe.
Follow me at Joe the Magic Gatherer on YouTube.
Bro, that gi was dope.
yeah.
This man got a new gi and it has,
My
it has
girlfriend
his handle on it.
Yeah,
That's so sick.
she put my handle on my new gi. It came out really sick, and the patches on it are like super sick.
That's
so
really
I gotta
cool.
get them sewn on.
If you get a Black Lotus patch, since you already have the Black Lotus on
Oh,
it, get a Black
yeah.
Lotus patch.
Fuck, man, that gi is gonna be awesome. When I'm finished patching it, it's gonna look really good. And
And
I'm gonna put the
IBJJF
Gracie
did
logo
you see
on.
IBJJF released all of their new the new year stuff for like their gi rules?
Yeah, do you know they're not allowing lightweight gis anymore?
What?
Yeah. Starting in the new year, there's no allowance of lightweight gis. There has to be a certain kind of weave
Is it
on it.
350? It has to be
I
350.
think it's got to
now.
be the heavy gi, yeah. Yeah, dude, they start... But here's the thing, how are they going to enforce that? Like, it's by feel? I don't know how they're going to enforce
This is why
it.
I don't like competing with them. This is exactly why.
It's too
Because
much.
because not only that, you're going to get the refs that don't care too much. Like
Yeah.
the checkers, where they just do, okay, you're good.
Or you're
Right.
going to get the stringent ones where this is a lightweight
Yeah,
gi, you can't
no,
lose
and it
this.
doesn't feel like, what am I going to have to show them? Are they going to check the tags?
I have
and then
no
if I'm
idea.
constantly trading in it, you're
It
not going to
gets
see the
heavy,
tag
yeah.
anymore. So it's
Yeah.
like, well, no, it's
I don't know, dude. It's so annoying. I think we have up until the new year, but I
yeah,
already
everything
feel...
said 2024 is what.
Yeah,
they're
but
gonna
I think there's
enforce.
already been pushback on the community, like people who are like, bro, what the fuck? Like, you're gonna like check
So
every
this is
gi
why
if it's a
my whole
lightweight
thing with
gi.
it is, I get what they're saying, what they want to do. They want to be the gold standard and all that. If you want that, then make your own gi,
Yeah.
That's the only gi that should be
Yeah.
allowed. The same thing with no gi. These are the only. This is the only top you can use. This is the only.
This
short
is
gi
an
you can use.
IBJJF
Yes.
gi.
And not IBJJF approved from the other
No,
companies.
this is an
Yeah,
IBJJF
that's
gi.
it.
We make
If
an
we
IBJJF
make
gi.
this gi, and the thing is, they'll probably charge $300 for it. It's
Yeah.
going to be outrageous pricing.
Yep.
But it will eliminate any
Everything.
questions.
You
won't
could put your
worry.
own patches on
They'll
it,
be like,
but-
do
but
whatever.
this gi has to-
follow
yeah.
our rule. This is the gi. This is the.
But
the
then
no-gi top,
when
this
does
is
it
the
end?
no-gi
When
short.
does it end? Because then it's gonna be like, oh, now you got to use the IBJJF belt. Has to be like, you
So-
know what I mean? When
but-
is
but-
the
but
end?
that's what I mean.
Oh,
No,
mouth
no.
guard, you got to use IBJJF
So
mouth
that's
guard.
the thing. If they say it, then do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, go the whole route. Don't just take a little
It
step.
just
I
it
say
becomes
take
a
the whole
lot.
step.
Dude.
It does.
It becomes a
but
lot.
it's annoying. But this is more annoying. And now I have to try to bring. I'm gonna have to bring 3 gis.
Yeah.
Just in case that if I walk up there, I get a ref that's like, nope, too light.
Yeah.
Nope, too light. Nope, too light. And then what happens if I have no gis now? Now it's all my gis got disapproved because that's the thing. Most of my gis aren't lightweight. We train in Florida, dude.
Yeah.
Like, and then all these guys out in Arizona and all that. You're telling me that these guys are buying heavyweight gis? You say like, you know what I mean? Maybe up north, yeah.
It's super annoying.
That's annoying, dude. That's I mean,
because
it's out of
also
our
what it
control, but,
boils
like,
down
still.
to is, okay, fine, you want to make a standard for gis, make it allowed all lightweight gis. Make the standard not the heavy gis, make the standard the light gis, and just leave it
so
at that.
They might be doing that because
They should
I
do
know
that.
each tournament I've gone, I've at least seen people's pants constantly get torn.
Yeah.
Every time I've been to an IBJJF tournament, someone's pants get torn.
Yeah.
Every time. So
No,
that could
well,
be
from
why.
what I understand, from what I heard, is that they're making the standard the heavy gis, the heavier gis.
But that's
not
why the lightweight
But they
gis
should
tear.
Yeah,
Easy.
but not all lightweight gis. If
No.
you go too light, if you go with like a karate pajama pants gi, of course it's gonna tear. But if you go with like a regular traditional lightweight gi, like that gi I had on yesterday, the custom one, yeah, that gi is not gonna tear. It's just they're annoying, dude. And like honestly, I get they want to be the gold standard. I understand a lot of this, but at the same token, like you're busting people's balls who are paying to compete. You're not paying us.
Not cheap either.
Yeah,
dude.
you're
It's
not
cheap either.
Yeah. For what it costs to compete at one IBJJF tournament, you could get 2 divisions at any other tournament.
Bro, it cost me $300.
For gi and no gi, right? $300.
$300.
For $120, you could get your gi and no gi for Jiu-Jitsu World League. You could literally pay for 4 competitions for any other organization.
4 competitions, dude.
It's insane, dude. It's
For
just
2.
it's too
And
much.
and all the other ones are guaranteed 2 fights.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
single one.
Double
so not just,
elimination,
so
yeah.
that means I am guaranteed at least 8 fights versus your 2
Yeah.
for the same amount of money. 8 fights versus 2, and then it's like I don't have to follow all these stringent rules.
Yeah.
Like
I get you want to be the standard, but the thing is, you're also a bunch of old heads who are not looking forward. You just want to hold things as they are, and it's like, dude, it becomes
And
incredible.
I know I'll get shit on. I'm just a purple belt who's fucking saying all this.
I don't care. I don't care shit on me. This is what I think. And do I agree with everything they do? No. Do I disagree with everything they do? No. I
Yeah.
agree with some of the things they do. I understand certain things, but at some point, it's like, dude, it becomes too much, dude. Relax.
Because
a
we're
little.
not.
We're paying to compete. They're not paying
That's
us.
also the thing. You don't get any money.
Yeah.
Like even these high level competitors, when they show up, it's just for
Yeah.
the title that they went to an IBJJF tournament. And I get it. It's because they get the big names that puts you up on there, more sponsorship possibilities and all that.
Yeah.
But then they got rid of the sponsorship possibilities, and it was before my time. But I understand that people used to be able to have their sponsors on their gi, and now
Like
they got
a lot more patches.
yeah, and now they got rid of that. So it's
They
like.
became more stringent with like the patches.
Which I
and
get it
stuff like
because you
that.
don't want to look like a NASCAR going out there.
Yeah.
It doesn't look appealing. But again, if you want them to have a certain look,
Yeah.
then make your own gi.
Yeah.
Like that again, it goes right back to it. If you don't like them having all these million patches, instead of outlawing the patches, make your own gi then.
Yeah.
And that's it. Just keep it at your own gi. Make it. Hey, you can only wear our stuff for our tournaments.
The thing is, it's never going to be perfect. I understand that because like right now we're just like, oh, they should do. And I understand from their perspective, it's not easy because you're trying to appease the masses. Like they're just trying to cast the net to appease the most people. And you're going to have people who are not as on board like we are on certain things. Like you're going to have people who are like, oh no, they are doing this right or they're not doing this right. So I get from their perspective, it's not an easy job, but at the same token, like certain things you do, it's like, all right, dude, now this is a little too much.
But the thing is, my problem with that is there's so many other tournaments out there
Oh yeah.
that you can see it works.
Yeah.
Like now, granted, now these major tournaments we're going to, like Jiu-Jitsu Con, Jiu-Jitsu World, right? Not Jiu-Jitsu World League. Like going to a Worlds tournament, going to Pan Ams. Those are gigantic competitions. There's a difference there, but when you look at their normal opens, they're the same as every other tournament.
Yeah.
So it's like to do the comparison. Why would you not compare it to what you have that is ran normally?
Yeah.
Versus the 3 tournaments that you have a year that are the top. Now, like the 3 in America, obviously.
Yeah,
go
yeah,
everywhere in the world. But the 3 in America, why would you not compare it to the rest? That makes sense. You know what I mean?
No, I get it.
Why would you focus and say like, oh well, we have the highest of the high? It's like, well, if I go over here, I'm fighting the same amount of people.
Yeah.
The people I fought at IBJJF are the same people I fought in Jiu-Jitsu World League. I'm not fighting anyone different. The only time I fight people that are different is because I change weight class.
Yeah.
That's it. Outside of that, it's the same people every single time. So it's I don't understand
especially when you're competing so frequently that like you're gonna sign up for any tournament that comes to the area.
Exactly. So and that's where that's my gripe with it, because it just doesn't make sense to me in that sense, because it's. You can look at how other people are looking at these tournaments, and there's a reason why it's growing. It's the same thing we were just talking about in day class with UFC.
Yeah.
Like, yes, Fabio's right, where the people who are constantly watching it, that's why Dana White won't change his mind on things.
Yeah,
right?
because
he's
it's the standard.
He's still making the millions.
Yeah.
But the thing is, these
you know what it is?
fighters,
It's like McDonald's. Like McDonald's will never change because they appease to like the majority and their thing works. So UFC is like McDonald's. But if you want a specialty thing, like you want a Five Guys or something, you go to PFL or you go to like Bellator. Like, you get what I'm saying? If you want that little
like,
variation,
I don't really need to change because we already have the majority.
and it works. Like UFC, like you could say, oh, I don't like this about the UFC, or I don't like that. You think they're gonna change? Then leave. What we do works for us, and we're making money. So I get it. I get it in that aspect.
Yeah, that's true.
It's tough, man.
We solved it.
Yeah.
They don't care. They became the gold standard. They don't care.
We've become the gold standard on Fresh Off the Mats. Make sure.
Hold up. Thank you, because we are now starting to reach out to random ass people, and we're loving that because people are starting to find us everywhere.
Oh,
so
yeah. We've had
that's
people,
awesome.
We had random people that were like, oh my God, it's so nice to put a face to like the guys who are talking on the podcast. I guess there are people who listen to us on Spotify that don't like watch
Spotify
video.
and YouTube, dude.
Yeah,
so we're growing, man.
Thank you
awesome.
guys.
We
Make
really
sure you like,
it.
share, and subscribe. We do appreciate it.
It is awesome.
We will see you next week for episode 48.
Share this shit, man. We're here for you.
And fuck a goat.